The purpose of this screencast is to define deeper learning, provide examples for how it looks in the classroom, and also to describe the 4 big shifts necessary in order for deeper learning to occur. Deeper learning is defined as an umbrella term that encompasses all of the different skills that students need to master in order to be successful 21st century learners and citizens. This framework includes 6 different competencies, and each of these work together to help students achieve at high levels. We will look at each competency individually to define it and also describe what that looks like with students. The first competency is mastering academic content. Here, students are developing new understandings and drawing from what they've learned in order to transfer that knowledge to new situations. This includes, of course, acquiring new content, being able to use specific language and vocabulary, and also applying theories, facts, and procedures to solve real-world problems and to apply them to real-world situations. The second competency asks students to think critically in order to solve complex problems. They are applying tools and techniques to find solutions to these problems, and this can include everything from data analysis to reasoning, using inquiry, and also thinking outside of the box. Students can be seen generating hypotheses, sifting through all of the information they've gathered in order to determine that which is truly relevant, and also refining their process as they go because they understand that solving these complex problems takes time and cannot be completed quickly. Third, students are required to work collaboratively. Here they are engaging with their peers in order to complete tasks and meet group goals. They listen not simply to reply to each other, but to learn and gain new information to help the group. This looks like team planning sessions where individual members are sharing ideas, brainstorming, and participating. It also involves supporting the group in meeting their goals and working towards meeting their goals. And it also incorporates multiple perspectives. Students are able to take on different points of view in order to collaborate well and make sure that the goals are being met. The fourth competency involves communicating effectively. Students are expected to organize their thoughts and findings in a way that is both clear and concise, and this is done both through writing and speaking in order to share these concepts with others. They're structuring their information in a meaningful way. They are able to both provide feedback to peers and also listen for feedback to improve their work. And they also are keeping the intended audience in mind when they are creating their message to make sure that it is matching the audience. The fifth competency asks students to be metacognitive and to think about how they learn. This involves monitoring and directing their own learning, setting goals, and checking in with their progress on working towards those goals consistently. It involves asking for help when needed, being able to reflect on their learning experiences routinely, and also to have enough self-awareness to know where their strengths lie and also where they may need support or if they are struggling at all. The last competency asks students to develop an academic mindset. And this has everything to do with the attitude that they have towards themselves. And a positive attitude allows students to engage in productive academic behaviors. This involves having a really strong sense of belonging to their learning community, trusting in their own competence and having the confidence to tackle tasks that may be a little more challenging, and also believing that at the heart of their work, at the heart of their success rather, is hard work, and that hard work will lead to their ultimate success. There are 4 big shifts from the traditional learning model to deeper learning. The first one is going from lower level thinking to higher level thinking. So students are no longer being asked to memorize information and then recall it on an assessment. Here they are tackling more cognitively complex problems. They're incorporating all 4 C's: collaboration, communication, creativity, and critical thinking in order to solve these problems. Next, there's the technology piece. The traditional learning model really is predominantly analog, using paper, pencil, textbooks, whereas with deeper learning, there's a technology-rich environment where students are able to connect globally and are part of an online learning environment. The 4 walls of the classroom are expanded to include really the rest of the world, which can really deepen their understanding of different concepts. The third shift has to do with the type of work that students are being asked to do. Historically, in the past, some educators rely predominantly on worksheets or packets in order to assess students, but with deeper learning, authentic work is really at the heart of what students are being asked to do. This means they're engaging with the community around them and really considering what is relevant to helping the community, solving problems within the community, and making it feel very real to them, and understanding why they are doing it. The final part is student agency. Students really are taking ownership over their own learning. It's not simply a matter of the teacher holding all the information and sort of passing it out to students. Students are part of the decision-making process. They can decide how they learn, where they learn, when they'd like to learn, what they'd like to learn. And that's a really big shift from traditional learning where really the teacher holds all of the cards, so to speak. So what does deeper learning look like in your classroom?